Hi, I'm Kemar McInnes. Welcome to part 3 of the Blender 2.76 series. In part 2, I demonstrated how to add and view objects in the scene, using the perspective as well as orthographic views. It is my hope that you found the previous videos beneficial.
After viewing this video, you should be able to effectively edit an object, apply color to objects, adhere to occupational health and safety standards, pay attention to details, think critically, use initiative. Now, to use Blender on your machine, your computer needs to have these minimum system requirements. They are a 32-bit dual-core 2 GHz CPU with SSE2 support, 2 GB of RAM, a 24-bit 1280 by 768 display, a mouse or a trackpad, OpenGL 2.1 compatible graphics with 512 megabytes of RAM. Now the storage requirements are you must have at least 250 gigabytes of hard drive space or a 1 to 2 terabyte hard drive, or you can use a paid cloud service like Dropbox. Let's get started.
Today we're going to learn how to apply colors to our object, and right here I have our default cube that we'll be working on. So first things first, right click to select your object. Next, go over into your properties panel, and let me just expand this out so you can see. So if we look over into our properties panel, we see this icon right here, and if we click that, we enter into the properties for our materials. And if yours doesn't look like this, let's say it looks like this right here, just click on the new button, and if you click on the new button, the material will be applied. So let's begin changing the colors of this cube. So if I should go here underneath diffuse, and if I should double click this white space right here, I am presented with colors to choose from. So if I should just left click and drag, notice the colors are changing over here. So let me go back to that, and I can change it to any color that I want. So let me just zoom in so you can get a better glimpse of that. So let's say we wanted to assign a different color for each side of this cube. Well, first things first, make sure our object is selected. Then we go into edit mode, and if we go down here, we see that we're in object mode. We should click that and choose edit mode. Then we're inside edit mode, and inside this mode, this is where you would be able to edit your cube. So I can select individual points right here. If I should just right click. Okay, so I want to select this entire piece right here, so you can start selecting from either side. So if I right click over here, then I hold down the shift key and I right click here, right click here, right click here. This entire portion will be selected, and I can press the plus sign and click on new, and then I can choose whatever color I want. Let's go with red, and then click assign, and it will be assigned to this face right here. Okay, so let's just press A to deselect that. I could also come down here and select this face select right here. So if I select that, once I right click, it will select the entire face, and I wouldn't have to select each individual points to select this entire face right here. So let me just select, let's go with this, and I will click the plus sign right here and click new and choose my color. Let's go with this color right here and click assign, and this portion, this face right here, gets assigned that color. And let me choose here, plus sign, new, select my color, let's go with purple, assign, right here, new, plus sign, new, let's go with blue, assign. And it's always good to name your materials. So if I should click on either one of these materials, you can name them right here, blue or light blue. Yeah, let's go with light blue. I'm horrible with colors. Light blue, red, let's call this yellow, purple, I think that's purple, and blue, yeah. And I could go on and assign these other parts their own color, but I'll just stop right here. So if we go back into object mode, we see our cube as multiple colors. So that's one easy way to assign different colors to your objects. And keep in mind that this technique applies to every object that you can add, every mesh object. So if I should go to add mesh, and let's try a cylinder, let me bring that out, and I go over into my materials properties, click new, I can change the color just like right here, just like that. And if I wanted to assign multiple colors, I could go to object, edit mode, and I would select the portions that I want. And you can select multiple portions. So let's say I wanted each alternative piece to be a different color. So let me just go and select each of these like so. So I'm just going around this cylinder right here, and that's it. Click the plus sign, then click new, change my color to, let's go with what goes well with red. Let's go with white. Let's go with white. I know the color code for white, so I'm just going to type that in. Enter and assign, and it's assigned that particular color. And that's pretty much how you would go and apply your basic colors to your objects. Let's see how much you remember. Question 1. What is the object mode used to do in Blender? Question 2. What are the steps needed to extrude an edge or a face in Blender? Question 3. How is the edit mode turned on inside of Blender? Question 4. How can you select an edge using the circle select? Question 5. How do you apply color to an object in Blender? The answer to question 1, what is the object mode used to do in Blender? The object mode is the default option in Blender. It is where all objects are added into the scene. The answer to question 2, what are the steps needed to extrude an edge or a face in Blender? To extrude an edge, you simply click two vertices and click the E key on your keyboard to extrude. To extrude a face, select 4 vertices on your object and click the E key on your keyboard to extrude the face. The answer to question 3, how should edit mode be turned on when editing an object in Blender? To turn on edit mode when editing an object, simply click the tab key on your keyboard. The answer to question 4, how can you select an edge using circle select? To select an edge using circle select, press the C key on your keyboard and left click on the points you wish to select. The answer to question 5, how can you apply color to the face of an object? Firstly, make sure you're in edit mode. Then select the face that you wish to apply color to. Then inside the properties, select the materials option and click new. The material will then be applied to the object. Then under the diffuse menu, select the white color and change the color to whatever you wish. Thanks for viewing part 3 of the Blender 2.76 series. I hope you found it beneficial as you work on editing objects for your digital animation projects.